Hi, welcome back to Science Magic platform. Today I'm here with the second part of the video, Nutrition in Plants. It is the first lesson in class 7 Cbse. In the first video we have seen the first mode of nutrition, autotrophic, that is the production of food by the green plants with the help of all the raw materials like carbon dioxide, sunlight and water. So here we are moving to the second mode of nutrition, that is heterotrophic mode of nutrition. So heterotrophic means which is depend on green plants for producing food. Why? Because they don't have the green color pigment chlorophyll to produce food by the process called photosynthesis. So we have different types of heterotrophic mode of nutrition. The first one is parasitic, second one is insectivorous, third one is saprophytes, and fourth one is symbiotic. So one by one we'll discuss now with the examples and diagram. The first one is parasites. Who are called parasites? Who is deriving food from others. So one group of organisms which can produce food by its own by the mechanism called photosynthesis are called host. The plants which cannot produce food by its own and depend on another plant is called as parasite. So we have two terms here. Host means on which organism the parasite is climbing over to take food or to steal food. That is called as host. I'll draw one diagram, then it will be clear. So if this is the plant, which can produce food by its own, so this is called as host. Another plant which cannot produce food by its own because they don't have the green color pigment chlorophyll, and it appears in yellow color and having tubular structure with roots. With the help of these roots, it is attaching and making a relationship with this host plant and climbing over like this. So it is a tubular structure having roots to attach to the host plant. Once this is done, it starts taking food from the host plant and survives. So this is the mechanism behind the parasitic relationship with host. So this is a type of heterotrophic mode of nutrition. What are the plants acting as parasites and climbing over host for food? The examples are the yellow color plant which does not possess chlorophyll. So the first one is Cuscuta plant. Cuscuta. This is yellow color. The another one is, we have four types of parasitic plants for examples. So Cuscuta plant is there, then mistletoe is there. The next one is wheat rust is there, rust. Then corn smut is there. So all these are examples for parasites. Plant parasites. We have two types of parasites, plant parasites and animal parasites. We are studying only plant parasites in this lesson. What are animal parasites? The same type of nutrition is deriving from the host plant, like mosquito, leeches are examples for animal parasites. So this Cuscuta plant, we have different names. We can call this as dodder. In Hindi, we are calling this as amerbel. These are another name for Cuscuta plant, mistletoe, wheat rust, corn smut. All these are parasites. We'll move to the next one, Insectivorous. Insectivorous means it is trapping the insect to get some nutrients which cannot be produced by that plant. So we have a type of plant. Its leaf will be looking like this. The tip of the leaf or the top part of the leaf is modifying and forming a jug-like structure like this. It will be forming like this. And there will be a lid to close this jug. So this is the leaf. So there is some modification done by this plant to trap the insects. So the top part, the apex is modified to the lid form, and the leaf blade or lamina is changing to the jug-like structure. So once this structure is formed, the insect is attracted towards the jug and trapped inside. So the insect is inside the jug now. The jug is filled with some hair-like structures to entangle the insect once it is trapped inside the jug. Once the insect is inside, the plant starts producing digestive juices by the wall of this special structure formed by this plant to trap insect. So the digestive juice starts its function by degrading or digesting the proteins. So what is the function of digestive juice? It contains some digestive enzymes so that the proteins which is released from the insect after killing it is changing to amino acids. These amino acids are the forms of nitrogen compounds. So what is the purpose of doing like this by a pitcher plant having insectivorous mode of nutrition? This insectivorous plant is trapping the insect and releasing the digestive juice by its wall, which is mashing or degrading the proteins into amino acids, and from amino acids again the degradation to nitrogen. So nitrogen is released. That means the insectivorous plants are partial heterotrophic. It can produce food because it has chlorophyll pigment, but something is not able to be produced, that is called nitrogen. So it can produce everything except nitrogen. So for getting this nitrogen only, it is doing this process by trapping the insect. So the plant which is performing this type of mechanism, it is called as pitcher plant. Pitcher plant. This is one of the insectivorous plant. We have other types of plants like this. Venus flytrap is another type of plant. Then we have bladderwort, and we have one more, that is sundew. So all these four types are insectivorous plants: pitcher plant, Venus flytrap, bladderwort and sundew. So all these are insectivorous plants. So the main purpose of doing this mechanism is to get nitrogen from the insect which is being trapped inside this special hollow structure formed by the modification of this leaf, the apex and lamina. Moving to the next one, saprophytes. So saprophytes are the type of plants which can grow on the dead decaying matter. So saprophytes normally we can call fungus, or we can call mold or mushrooms. All these are examples for saprophytes. So if, for example, if there is a log piece, that is the piece of wood which is being cut, once this falls there, the fungus will find its own way to grow on its log piece. Here the fungus started growing. It will release some digestive juice to this site which is going to be decomposed. So digestive juice is being released. It starts breaking down its nutrients and deriving nutrition from this decaying matter. So the organic compounds are absorbed from this decaying matter by these fungus, mold or mushrooms. We're moving to the next one, symbiotic plants. Symbiotic means there is a mutual relationship between two organisms and both are benefited from that relationship. That's a type of the last heterotrophic mode of nutrition. So who are having the friendship to do this mechanism of symbiosis. Symbiosis. There will be one alga. Alga is singular form and fungus is singular form. So there will be a relationship between alga and fungus. It will be growing like this. There will be a web-like hyphal formation by this fungus, a mat-like structure, and on the top this alga can be seen. So this is the alga and the bottom part is representing the fungus. So like this, both are living together to make the benefits each other. How? The alga contains chlorophyll and it can produce food. In turn, how is the fungus benefited, or what is provided by this fungus to alga? The fungus can give water and mineral salts. So water and mineral salts the fungus is giving to alga. The alga is producing food with the help of chlorophyll, and all these things supplied by fungus by the process called photosynthesis, and the food is given to fungus. So both are mutually benefited. That is called as symbiosis. So we have finished all the 4 types of heterotrophic mode of nutrition. Only one topic is left in this lesson, that is how the soil can be replenished. The replenishing means how can we give nutrients to the soil which is lost in that soil. For example, if we are doing cultivation continuously, there will be shortage or less amount of nutrients in that soil. The soil has to be enriched with nutrients by some process that is called as replenishing the soil. So how can we do this replenishing the soil? Is done by 2 mechanisms or 2 methods. One is by supplying fertilizers or manures. We can supply fertilizers or manures so that all the main nutrients like NPK, that is nitrogen, phosphorus and potassium, are supplied to the soil. The plant can grow well. Or else we can grow leguminous plants. Leguminous plants which follows symbiotic relationship. So there is one more example for symbiotic plants, that is leguminous plants. So leguminous plants the structure will be like this. The root will be looking like this. The plants like peas, then we have green peas, we have different types of legumes plants like pulses. All these having special type of roots with big nodule. This is called as root nodule. Inside this rhizobium bacterium lives. Rhizobium. So this bacterium lives inside the root nodule and making relationship with the plant and giving something to the plant and taking something from the plant. That is called as mutual relationship. So what is given by this rhizobium plant? Nitrogen. This rhizobium is supplying nitrogen to the plant in the soluble form. How? This plant, legumes plant, it cannot take nitrogen directly from the air. The air contains 71% nitrogen, but it cannot be used by this plant. So it depends on the rhizobium bacterium, which can take nitrogen directly from the air and change it to the form of nitrates in the soluble form and supply to the plant root through water. In turn, the rhizobium is benefited by taking food from the plant. This is also an example for symbiotic relationship. So we are going to wind up this lesson. We have seen autotrophic mode of nutrition in the first video, and second video we have discussed about the different types of heterotrophic nutrition with examples, and the last one, how can we replenish in the soil. So hope you understood all the things. Bye.